There's a lot of debate out there whether or not IAQ systems are worth the upgrade or worth the investment installing inside of your HVAC system. I used to be one of those guys who did not believe in installing this, and I thought it was snake oil, to be completely honest with you. That's until I installed some IAQ in my previous residence when my son had extreme allergies and asthma, and he would snore like a grown-ass man. So I put a couple of these devices in my old house, and I'll tell you what, the snoring went away, and he doesn't have those issues. Everybody's going to have different experiences with these things. There is a lot of debate whether or not this stuff is safe to install into your house. And as you can see here, I have ductboard because I do live in Central Florida, and this is what we use. And the debate is whether this will degrade the ductboard or not over time. I haven't seen any issues, but do an informed decision, do your research if you think this is right for you. But as a lot of you know, I recently moved, so I don't have anything installed in this system. And lately, my wife's just been waking up quite frequently with a stuffy nose, and she's like, "You need to install this stuff again." And the one result I have from personal experience is with my son snoring, and now it's gone. So for us, it's had a benefit positively, so that's why we're installing it again. So the APCO-X comes with a template. I just went ahead and traced it on a ductboard, and again, I have ductboard, so it's easy just to cut with a knife. You might have sheet metal and go through other things. I'm just checking out what it looks like inside of here, and you can see they didn't do the greatest job installing that 4-piece. They didn't properly seal it or do the proper technique to install ductboard 4 pieces. That's why people end up getting a lot of that black mold around their air handler, and they get a little concerned about it. So here, all I'm doing is I'm putting on that gasket right to the ductboard. Now, since this is my house, I'm not going to take all the extra precautions. One thing I would say I wish APCO had with this device is toggle bolts. That's one thing I've utilized with other previous products for ductboard, just because it'll hold it better. Now, I could put some mastic and seal it, but I'm cool with this right now as is. I'll go up there and put some tape on it or something later. But it does come with this nice bracket, so it has these little dovetails on it. You just fold it in against the ductboard. Just make sure you get it right up against the edge there. And I'm folding them in and also trying to keep some support on the ductboard. That way I don't crush the whole plenum. And then we're going to fold those tabs completely over, and it keeps it nice and secure. Ideally, I'd want to put mastic around this when I'm finished. That way we don't have any more air leaks, but this will do for now. Inside the box, you'll find the whole housing for the APCO-X that has the carbon filter on the end. It also is supplied with a dedicated transformer. Always use the transformer. Some people say you'll be fine. In personal experience, I've had it where it robbed power from the contactor outside, and that was on a new install. And ever since then, I'll always put the transformer in, so I didn't have any of those issues. It also comes with the dedicated UV light. Now, there is 2 variations of this product. There's one that comes with a secondary UV light that you would put in the apex, and honestly, that's the one I would prefer and install. That way we're killing anything before it hits the coil or gets on the coil, and then we're filtering it all the way through the whole airstream of the system through the supply duct. To access the hardware of this thing, there's 4 thumb screws. Just loosen them up, take the cover plate off. That way you have access to the inside. Now, per the instructions, I don't know who reads those. I sure as hell don't. You're supposed to install the UV light afterwards once it's in the ductwork, but I went ahead and put it in now. It comes with a bunch of these Teflon plastic thumb screws that you just screw right onto the UV lamp here. And then there's 4 more additionally once you install the APCO-X to the mounting bracket that you're going to screw in each corner. Simply what I did here is the transformer side for the UV light where it plugs into. I removed that plug right there, made it a little bit easier to get to that 4th screw. There's only one way this plug can go in. You can see that notch, that little male end there that marries up to that female end on the bulb itself. Simply just plug that in, and most of the work up here is done. As I said earlier, there is a secondary bulb that you can attach to this, and if you looked inside that hardware, you'll see there's a place for you to wire up that secondary bulb. And obviously we gotta get power down to the air handler, so I'm just using my drill here with a 1/4-inch drill bit, going right down through the plywood as well as the drywall down below. And I'm gonna feed that power wire right through the hole, give it enough slack, that way I can pull it down into the air handler with enough excess wire. And once you got that done, simply take that male end and plug it into the female piece on the bottom of the APCO-X. Now that we're in the air handler, mind you, this does have a breaker in it, but the power at the top of this breaker is live. So just be mindful, down below passing through the breaker, there is no power, but always double check, verify. And then another thing we're doing here is we're verifying that we do have a 240 volt circuit coming in, because we are installing a universal transformer and we have to dictate which voltage we're using to go through that. Always verify your power's dead no matter what, and also check the ground. That way you know for sure you're not going to be dealing with anything crazy. Being that this is a universal transformer, white is our common, orange is our 240. So each leg is going to end up carrying that 120 volts. So I'm just tapping directly into the bottom of this breaker, one side with orange, one side with white, torque it down and make sure we're nice and tight, that way we don't have any issues. Again, I highly recommend always installing a separate transformer if you have any accessories you're installing separately on an HVAC system. Like I had mentioned earlier, I used to think this shit was snake oil. I've seen the benefits. I don't typically always offer it to the homeowner, and it's an easy, high-value add-on to installs or service calls. One thing it does, it solves homeowners' pain points. It takes away the smells, helps with allergies, gives them comfort and a peace of mind, especially after COVID. And hell, it just adds an additional revenue stream without adding major labor costs, or callbacks. As always, if you guys are interested in this stuff, Diversitech does offer training on IAQ add-ons, and there'll also be links down in the description. So with the extra wires, I always just cut them and cap them, since we're not going to be using them for anything else in the future, but just in case, we don't want them touching anything. Once we got those capped, we have our 24 volt side of the transformer. Simply take the low voltage wire that we brought down through the attic and just tie one to either end. It does not matter. So the APCO-X uses the UVC light plus active carbon technology. It helps clean the air, helping reduce the odors, mold, bacteria, viruses, and VOCs in the air, or Hvacs as we call them. So what the UVC light does, it disinfects the HVAC system and the coil, but I don't have one on the coil, but it is going to help clean the air, and the carbon technology helps neutralize those odors and VOCs and any type of airborne contaminants. This is a low maintenance with 3-year UV lamp and LED status indicator on the APCO-X itself. Now, since mine's in the attic and I'm the homeowner here, I'm not too concerned about it. But if you installed this for a homeowner, they'd clearly be able to see that there's a red light and a blue light. Blue's good, red, hey, time for maintenance, replacement, or anything like that. And that's it, y'all. Simply just verifying we have power, verify that the light's on and we're working. With that being said, if y'all could smash that like button, consider subscribing. All my subscribers, y'all already know. I appreciate y'all. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.